TyLoo getting on that CT side. That's when we know they're at the most dangerous. They're going to be starting on the T side, though. So this is a really reasonable start for Astralis going forward. They can post a decent scoreline here and go into the CT half with a set target that they need to break when they switch over. But it's going to be TyLoo starting on the T side here. 4 sets of armor, fancy one with the smoke and 2 flashbangs. And these guys like to go very fast in their pistols from what we've learned so far.
Well, we'll see if that reigns true once more. Bomb is inside of the B apartments already. There's a decoy somewhere in the middle of the roof between there and Catwalk, and another one in mid. But there is, in fact, one true player in the form of Captain Mo waiting to anchor from the boxes, spot rotations, and the aggression from Device right now that's out in the corner. With him on the corner of Catwalk, though, and what we see right now, Kerrigan and Zipix, that means there's 3 members close to B, so they've anticipated this fast play. And they're going to shut it down as well. Zipix shuffles over to the corner. He's able to get away. They have to go for the reload. Attacker's low on HP, and Captain Mo's the only one to find a kill. He's late, but he gets to Catwalk. And that, okay, with the one tap, is better late than never. He's got this down to a 1 versus 2. If he'd been a little bit sooner, he could have saved his teammate. Goes for the reload. And as he wins, it's because the timing was as Dupree peeked. They're double peeking him, but they haven't found shots in turn. He's got to be so careful. This is a pole dance for him at this point in time around this pillar because they're trying to push and widen out the angle and give him very little space to stand on as Kirby will hit the shot and take him down.
Solid work there. Zipex, we always say he's so strong on his B side. He locks down the first 2 ensuing players towards that B side. It was a simple execution for TyLoo. A little bit slower than anticipated, but a simple finish as they get towards the side. No bomb planted either. Astralis in that 2 versus 1, like he said, just closing down the angle and making it very difficult for him to find anything with that silenced USP. And will be TyLoo losing the pistol this time and force buying in the second. So we have got those upgraded pistols, the armor, no nades at all. And Astralis with SMG heavy buy, mainly UMPs and a couple of pharmacies chucked in. 1 kits and decent grenades coming in. It's a fast window. Boost actually works out for Fancy One. Takes out Carrigan and manages to recover one of those UMPs.
Ooh, goes back for a secondary peek toward the top of ladder, though, and Device will deny him the kill and the UMP pickup. But this is all for sale right now. They're trying to force rotations back over toward the A site. There's an aggressive push out toward A main right now from Dupree. That means he's a long way from rotation, and waiting to watch Palace while that happens is Kirby. So there's only 2 inside this B site, and 4 players right now from TyLoo pushing, jumping, doing whatever they like to get toward this position. And Zipix is going to be smart about it. He's not going to stick around. He falls back, but that dink in the process is going to be a huge problem. Nade out, damage done. Somebody takes the brunt of that, in fact, down to 23, but he's going to spar off against with this Tech9, surely. He's just trying to buy the time against Device. They're definitely playing discipline, but they're going to leave themselves vulnerable to Kirby's position. Zipix will at least get 1 more. That's good deed considering his HP, but now he's in problems. He's in trouble. He's got to hit the shot attacker. It all sprays high and right as he's got the first kill, but DD's the one to do the job back. Tech9's reign supreme, and it's 25 HP. Zipix does find 1, though. He's turned it around. It's a Tech9 battle, but he doesn't know where DD is. And look at the absolute jubilation from TyLoo as they steal 1 back right away.
DD was absolutely sensational on overpass, and he continues it on the second round here. The Tech9 just lighting up Astralis there. They actually had no grenades. It was just Tech9 and body armor, well, head armor as well. But they go into the bomb site and just find absolutely everything going on there. It comes down to that 1v1, but Zipex, there's not enough information to finish it off. And it's going to be 1-1 here. And the force buy is coming back in return. Astralis scouts UMP and upgraded pistols. But TyLoo, after losing the pistol, they strike back, and we know how deadly they are in Mirage. May I remind you, they took down Navi here. They were tipped to win this tournament, and they opened up their campaign by losing to the very team we're watching right now.
Ended up falling out of the tournament to the other team we're watching right now as well, as Astralis beat them in an overtime matchup last night on Dust 2. It was a heck of a game as well. There's been lots of good action. We said this would be one of the more interesting tournaments considering the summer break and the rosters.
This group alone has been sensational. It's been really cool to watch. And Astralis somehow overcoming their demons of Navi. We didn't think that would happen, but they managed to do it. But here we are in the 3rd map against TyLoo. More to play for here. And this round's an important one for Astralis. If they can pick this back up, it will be one of those back and forth games we're so used to seeing, and that certainly helps start it off as Kiabi from the underpass actually gets a CZ headshot and gives them the man advantage going forward.
Gun there, but he's not going to pursue it because he's not sure what else lies in wait at the top of the stairwell. There's no need to overcommit and give it away. As Dupree, another man who was sensational on the last map, is going to just wait right now with this UMP in the corner, tries to get some information. It's not really a bait-in, but they can pull some attention towards CT if they're timely about it. Dupree doesn't care about timing. He cares about kills. He's got DD getting back into his face, though, as soon as he took down Attacker, so it does still give them a chance on this T side. Down a man. smokes and Molotovs that don't land correctly out, but that's going to leave a chance from CT to be peeked. DD just back around the corner, and the AK, he's caught in the open. Watch the peek coming over from the stairs. He's able to get around before the trade comes back in. It's going to leave it 3 versus 3, and Scouts versus CZs. Or rather, with CZs against these AKs. 7 HP for DD, and he actually gets caught by a sweeping device toward that shadow position. A dink back in. He's going to go down. This is actually all done and dusted. It's a back-to-back eco. That happened so quickly. That play from device and the secondary dink. His teammate at TyLoo, they came back out from a main, and he gets caught from it.
I certainly thought that was over. Once the bomb was down as well, the CT's out of position, didn't have the kits or grenades to do anything about it. They stick together. The CZ's actually doing tremendous work there. Decent exchanges throughout the round, but Astralis aggressive and pushing the players back towards Palace as well. The play towards that ladder area was the deciding factor there. The defuse comes in, is successful, and I dare say there'll be another force spike from TyLoo here. We know they like to do it. They're actually being a little bit more conservative. We discussed this in the first map. They love force buying. Historically, we've seen them do it so many times, and sometimes it has been their downfall in these big games, but they're going to be taking an eco this time with the bomb plan in the previous, so looking to buy in the next round, but still deadly with these Tech 9s and P250. Let's see if they can find anything with them.
They won on Inferno and, oh, nice nade. Inferno and Cobblestone at Malmo. Best of 1s. They've never won a best of 3. It's now them to try and go against Astralis and accomplish that feat, but the damage done from those nades, and Kirby just walking out, spraying them down. Kerrigan's going to follow it up. Device, Dupree, Kerrigan, and Kirby. Zipic seems the odd man out now, doesn't he?
It does.
He certainly is not the odd man out when it comes to contribution, though, as somebody. The last alive, he's got a P250, 53 HP, and really not much beyond that.
Yeah, options limited. He's got the bomb. If he can somehow get that down, I would be flabbergasted. But let's see what he can do as he starts edging in from connector. Just going to hold his position right now and hope this CT goes hunting and trying to finish things off quickly. Gets a little bit impatient perhaps, and
he looked like contemplative with his lips pursed like that.
Yeah, well, he
little
knows.
duck face for Instagram.
Well then, time ticking away. He's just hoping for a mistake from the CT, but doesn't look like that's happening as he starts going towards the bomb site now. Spotted from Shadow, and it will be Kerrigan to finish things off. A clean round for Astralis. All 5 players staying alive here, but we do have enough for weaponry as we go into round number 5. TyLoo definitely don't have the potential for an AWP. It will be 5 rifles and limited at that. There'll be AKs across the board and only 1 smoke grenade as well. We know they've been very good at sticking together and is landing their shots, but Mirage is one of those maps. There's so many different angles the CDs can be hiding between and actually establishing crossfires. And this looks like an aggressive round though. Astralis looking to take the game towards the terrorists, and they send 2 players up towards middle.
Flash far, no smoke close. It's nade instead, but it doesn't matter because Device has the shot. And a very fast, aggressive Astralis seems to want to take the fight to TyLoo. They're not going to give them any room to breathe, but they're going to take it back regardless. As DD drops in, it's the waterfall play from Palace. Look at the HP, it's low. DD, though, with the kill. Gives Device a chance to walk back around. Watch Kirby. He's got a spray down. No, he can't land it. The flash comes through, and a man was down on top of the platform, but it's going to be the bomb planted still, thankfully, because Fancy, he's isolated far from the site, but he can hold this off. Great headshot as Device is found in the gap. Double peek potentially coming through, but another one. Oh, and Fancy! He is goddamn Fancy as he gets everyone to close the round.
Sensational play from Fancy One. A 3 versus 1, and Astralis looked like they had it tied up. Just had to take down one player. They knew exactly where he was as well, but he hits some absolutely amazing shots there. What a round that is from TyLoo. It looked like they were so up against it. No grenades. There's 5 AKs. Losing that first pick as well. 3-2. And Astralis, what a buy this is. Kerrigan with the auto sniper and a scout in the hands of Zipex. What is this? Why would he get the auto sniper as opposed to the AWP? Doesn't make sense, but let's see how it works out.
Makes no sense this early.
It's normally one of those weapons you bring out when you've got a huge lead, the momentum's built up, and you want to surprise them and have a little bit of extra string to your bow, but this doesn't make any sense at this stage. It can be a viable map for it for sure. Lots of smokes going down the A side, you can spam through them, but it's such a high-risk weapon that we don't normally see too often. It's just a weird time to bring it out, considering the money available for the CTs.
Such lovely, crisp headshots,
yeah.
Man. We said accuracy from TyLoo is a strength. Do not for a second doubt that. But Kerrigan, I mean, is this like a let's get in their skin early? I don't. Is this a misbuy? Like,
I'm not sure. It's weird to bring that out. Like I said, momentum-based gun. When you have a dominant lead, that's when you can justify it. Zipex towards the B apartments using the jump.
Why do people
potential.
miss that smoke so much?
I don't know. It's happened a lot this tournament. It's weird. But still, they rectify it, and they will be looking for kills towards short and in that connector area. And Fancy, after that incredible round, he'll be leading the charge as he faces in towards connector, spots the foot of Dupree, but he decides to fall back.
Dupree spots nothing in return, but it is Device that's waiting on this corner. Jump around, but no one follows up. Attackers thankfully landed it himself on that SMG jump. Now they've got a pinch towards Zipix, but they give him enough with the scout to drop the bomb down, and no, somebody can't push because there's unfortunately a Molotov in his way, but the shot coming through towards sight will mean the recocking of the gun means he goes down. Kerrigan in turn, though, he's got a crossfire set. Kirby, he's found by the UMP. This is a one-on-one. Somebody, or rather, excuse me, a one-on-two, and somebody on 23. It's going full circle, isn't it? The auto sniper gets a kill. We go right back to Astralis after an incredible TyLoo round. Then we're 4-2 on the scoreboard. It's never going to stop.
A frantic game so far, Matt. And one that's going to be exciting throughout. I can feel it already. Another force buy coming in from TyLoo here. We said they like to do it, and this time they've delivered. It's going to be 1 AK, a UMP, and those Tech 9s once again. They've answered their chances. And considering that the auto sniper is out and Kelby has a UMP as well, maybe potential. And Fancy once again opens it up, takes down Carrigan. That's the auto sniper down. Dupree in a difficult position as the terrorists start ensuing towards the bomb site, and from Connector is DD.
This is back, and this is incredible. Back and forth, a bomb dropped. That's a big problem because when you're down with weaponry and you've got the man advantage, you can't afford to give any handicap back to the CTs. They've done that in doing so. But, I was going to say the UMP gets the jump. Zipix holds true on 20 HP. And takes Captain Mo back. Indeed, he's got a large task ahead of him. Bomb all the way over toward the A site, but they're splitting the defense, you know. He can get toward this. He's got a UMP picked up. But what approach, does he take? He wants to try and segregate them, cut them off. With that full rotation from Zipix, he actually could get through here and go towards CT. Yeah. And would Device have any idea that he's there?
I don't think he will. This could be the godlike play from DD. Silently makes his way from CT spawn. Device with the auto sniper in hand as well. This could be a guaranteed kill. He starts to face though, and the timing works out perfectly somehow for DD. Does he suspect it? Did he get spotted? I don't think he did. Device is back to looking at the A bomb site. This kill means everything. If he gets it, Zipex on 20 HP, it's so far away.
You just know he's going to check it. Look at this timing. This is, man. This is Splinter Cell right now from DD.
The timing.
Device not checking it. He's checked it twice. He's not going to do it a third time, DD's got it down. Bomb's available to him, but Zipix has made it all the way to Catwalk, and this time, which means he's facing. It's 20 HP versus 55. Smoke out, bomb grabbed. 22 seconds, and DD's not going to fool with it. He's going to just plant. Nade will put him at 9. It's next bullet wins, and it's been back and forth rounds. TyLoo, they want this. Flash out dodged, and DD's made it the sandwich. Zipix might think he's shadow, we might think he's A-main, but will he anticipate him being this close? And Zipix is going to go wide around this. He's not on the stairwell, still sitting up toward the top of connector. Spray through. He knows he's low with that nade, so one bullet will do it. Checks Tetris, but can't clear all the way to the corner. Where's he gone? And the lineup's there. DD has played it patiently and perfectly.
What a round. Another force by Batali working out against the odds. We know Astralis are a team that are volatile. They can be known to tilt. And 2 rounds, they probably should have won a 2v1 situation, but DD plays it to perfection towards CT spawn. The timing was so tense, but he gets that kill towards Device. He's got the auto sniper, and at that point, 20 HP on Zipex. He had so much to check. This was the moment that decided everything, and TyLoo, 4-3, closing the gap. It's another force buy. This is so back and forth. Scouts, pistols, and UMPs is the B rush. Why not? Zipex just as the scout trying to do what he can, and the first kill comes in for the Device.
I thought it was the scout that landed. It doesn't matter. It's a kill for Astralis. It's answered back by Attacker. Device is dancing with the devil right now on the edge of the flames. He can't decide which way to turn, so a smoke goes out to give him more steps toward the open, but they've gone back on this. Fast contact play, limit Device to 13 HP and take down Kerrigan and then reset, fall back, try and find something, but look at this push up middle. They've already got a player at Horseshoe. Kirby's here. It's just a Deagle to work with. Okay, thankfully spotted because his timing could have been beneficial. Action's not ceasing to slow once at all. And go back to that last round for a second. DD, how smart is he just to sit in the cubby for that long?
He just knew. He had the read on it as well. He thought Device is probably going to be anticipating this. Let's hope it worked in my favor. And my God, did it. And now they have the man advantage. Device 13 HP, and it's going to be the play from Connector. Dupree picks up 1, looking for 2, but can't find it. And now it's just Zipex, scout in hand. And he's so far removed from the situation towards the kitchen area with the scout and no kit. He has got a flashbang, but this should be TyLoo picking this one up.
4-4 potentially, if that happens. Could have been 5-2 and no money for TyLoo if DD didn't pull that off as well. So just think of how close this game is in the possible scenarios. But the reality we're in is tie, as Zipix is already looking to fade away. And money for the next round. This scout might actually just have to be held all the way through because the CTs have nothing at all.
They get $1,900 going to the next round. So the scout is pretty much all they can bring to the party in round number 9. The rest of his teammates did fully invest into that. Device has $950. It's very unlikely, of course. It might be a double eco situation if they want to have a decent buy going forward. So Zipex, known to be the B player, the scout. That's probably where it's at its most efficient towards that B area with the jumping shots. But there it is, TyLoo get the 4-4. It's been so back and forth here. So many exciting moments in the early stages of the first half. We're going to round number 9 and a definite eco here. No justification to force from Astralis.
Zonic contemplating everything. What is going on?
Yeah, we knew this map was going to deliver. But I didn't think it'd be in the first half. I thought it'd be when TyLoo swap over and start showing us that flamboyant playstyle we're just not used to in Europe.
2 quick flashes, no set smoke inside sight or toward bench. They just want to straight up brawl against what will be pistols, and Zipex on the scout again. It's damage dealt. Fancy into one shot potential from a pistol, and he's got a P90. He's going to be the martyr in all of this. He's going to be the one to get aggressive, as to maybe Captain Mo with that UMP. He's actually watching the flank as Kerrigan tries to get there quickly and convincingly. Bomb planted, and TyLoo might snatch the lead back after this round. I'd say that's a foregone conclusion, as it's just Device left against 5.
Well then, TyLoo do take the lead here. For the first time, it will be 5-4. Device and CD Spawn does find a cheeky headshot though, trying to recover this AK, which he does. I don't think they'll allow him to keep it though. There was another player in kitchen, but DD, he's slow on this. He's not responding, and Device being a bit apprehensive. He knows.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I guess he assumes they'll be hunting him down. That's actually the right call as well. They're coming from CD Spawn. He gets in the perfect position. Will he be able to save it? The players are coming around from CD Spawn. This weapon's massive. Like I said, they probably would have been double eco, but this AK changes everything. They probably can get a decent buy around this. He can drop that for a teammate. They can get an AWP out if they want to, but he will just be dropping.
It's confusing to me why they wouldn't send one of the 2 SMGs in that situation.
Yeah, it's actually quite a bit of a gift to actually allow him to have that weapon. So he drops an M4 to Kerrigan. That actually helps distribute the wealth. He has a full array of utility and the kit as well. They wouldn't have had a kit going into this one without that AK. So 5-4, no orbs for Astralis. I said it before in the warm-up that it will be Kerrigan holding that weapon on this map. It seems to be back to basics for Astralis, and fast play from Fancy with the P90 against unarmored heads of Astralis. That weapon could be very efficient going up against them.
Somebody nearly exposed by that second flash as they tried to push through the smoke in return, but Connector's occupied. Oh, watch Shadow. They see it, but they can't find it. Dupree nearly gets a teammate to help him out and gets attacker for his troubles, but it's still the man advantage for TyLoo and all of it toward the A site. And Bomb, though, this is the problem.
Here we go.
Out at middle. They caught them late coming through Connector, so Device on 19 is going to play from underpass. A nade could be a problem. That's quite a narrow corridor or funnel for a nade to fall into, but backs away and let Zipex get the read instead.
A big round here for Astralis.
He's going to try and flank this, you know.
Yeah, so I guess they're going to know his position. He's low HP. He needs to make a play happen. Zipex has got the M4. He's in towards the window room. Captain Mo, though, can pick up the bomb, but Zipex, he'll be trying to deny it. The problem is he won't get a sound cue at all. He's just going to have to use his sensors here as he is spotted. Gets the first kill, but taken down by Captain Mo in return. Now just Device and T-Spawn. 2 versus 1. Has got flashbangs, but so out of this, the only advantage he has, they probably won't have any clues coming from Palace, so this could be interesting.
Man, what a game of cat and mouse throughout the map.
Absolutely.
Everyone's all over the place. It's so fast and chaotic that people are trying to take these odd rotations because they're available. And as you say, they might not know he's here, but they've split up accordingly. So even though it's an isolated one-on-one, that's going to be the information to somebody. Bomb planted on the outside. He should be able to play this off from aim, but let's not rule out Device. He's clever in these situations. Somebody just shoulder peeking. Bullets come through, and Device, he's off it. He knows he doesn't have a kit. Oh, yes, he does. Take that back. He's picked one up. There's time here. He's going to get a smoke. Precock the flash, bounce it, but somebody's already on it. He's already there, so precock flash will not amount to much.
Trying to bait that he'd run away with that situation. If you can defuse the bomb and throw a flashbang while doing it as well. He tried it, but unfortunately for him, the terrorist was aware. And the pause is coming in this time from Kerrigan. It's tactical. So
one of our 2 tactical pauses?
Allegedly, yes. Apparently we have 2 now. It's a new rule that Kerrigan has implemented. And
he's very clever like that.
Yeah, and no one seems to be arguing with it. So I guess it's all fine. 6-4. What an exciting and crazy game it's been so far, Matt. So many big clutches, and now with TyLoo, we said they were strong on the CT half, but they actually have quite a large lead here on the terrorist. It's 6-4 and another eco required from Astralis here. This could be upgrading with the pistols and some body armor, but TyLoo, very simple game plan. We saw a very tactical approach on train, and I said that was their downfall. They seem to have addressed that, actually just going and walking into bomb sites together. They're getting the mid control quite easily. Astralis don't have the AWPs as of yet. We saw that auto sniper at 1 round with no orbs to bring to the table. And TyLoo connects control, palace control, lower ramp, and is walking in together. We say they've got a tremendous skill ceiling here, and they're just nailing every single shot in these clutch situations as well. They're delivering every single time. Those are the rounds that win you these big games. A lot of pressure in the court of Astralis. They haven't made it to the playoffs yet. Yes, they beat Navi. It was a weight lifted off their shoulders, but this is the final boss to actually get them into the final 8.
Man, what a hard road they've had in this group.
Yeah, absolutely. Going down to heroic to kick things off. To be fair, they've lost to them quite a lot recently. It's a difficult Danish derby.
Yeah, and it's heroic. Let's not forget that was former SK that had no chance against them in the past. So that said, if you go all the way back to Fragbite last year, it was them versus then TSM. That was a pretty good series. But either way, it's not a battle that used to exist in that sense. We're in the game. Not sure why we're on the fans, but we are appreciative of their presence in the arena. Right now, it does appear that, well, the first kill is going to go to Captain Mo as KRB is going to get taken down by the AK toward the A site. And that leaves Dupree in an awkward position as he's in the open inside of the bomb site and downed in the end. Kerrigan's pulled one back, but he's traded. And Device low, AK finding him. It's just Zipex. And a very fast round from TyLoo post timeout. But Astralis calling a timeout with pistols will likely be ready for this round as we go out with the AWP on Kerrigan against Fancy. So Fancy T-side opping Captain Mo CT side.
It seems that way, and Kerrigan, it's very map dependent whether he'll pick up the orb. It seems like this is the only map he's consistently doing it in both halves. So,
show more fans when the round goes live.
It's fine. We're back into it. It's going to be some time before a kill happens, I hope. As it looks like it will be a full A execute this time from TyLoo. You can see 4 players on the minimap right now, actually setting themselves up for potential smoke play here. Fancy one with the orb as well. KRB using his smoke to block any vision from that A ramp, and this could be an interesting round, a change of pace for the Terrorists. Like I said, we've had quite a simple game so far, and we'll see whether this works out for them as they actually start to bring an execution to the table.
So he's set and ready mode. It bounced potentially some flashes out. He's got 2. There's 2 you can throw, one to blind above and one to blind below the shadow position. He's just waiting on the inside of the pillar. You've got to throw them from just the other side. One's running, one's stationary, but it's Dupree that he'll be trying to battle with when he walks in as the rest of his team, including watching the flank Fancy, are getting set for the A site. Short smoke, I believe. This one's going to land in between the boxes. No, okay, so they're actually going to put this one in the open, so it's a mid-wall. The short smoke was already thrown. Look at the chaos that ensues. They don't have to cover CT when you do this because you can plant inside of the smoke, and Kerrigan, he goes forward thinking there might be a gap. There's not. It's a very intuitive internal smoke. You don't have to go deep in the site. You plant for a main, and that's exactly what's happened as they've gotten 2 down. Dupree falls, and Astralis have no chance to walk back into this. Look at the flank as well. Look way over toward B right now. Fancy with the AWP, 7 HP. He's just going to sit, wait, and catch off. Zipex, no guns to be saved on that side of the map. They can start to pincer in the CTs, but be careful not to give too much away. Good spot from somebody, because if they walk away, a ninja was possible. That's quite clever. I love those smokes.
Ruthless from TyLoo. All 5 kills going in their favor, not dropping a single death here. And Astralis wondering what in God's name's happening right now. It wasn't even a default. It's a set piece from the very start. That was their downfall on train, but it seems to be working out of Mirage. The smokes go in, and you can see how tactical the flashbangs were. CTs was just looking at stars at that point. They had no idea what was going on, and TyLoo come out of Palace and lower ramp once again and land every single shot. But Kerrigan, he's fighting back. He gets the first orb kill here in round number 13, takes down DD.
I'd say that was the innovation that we're seeing from TyLoo, because that iteration of smokes is not something you see commonly, where you throw the mid-wall and just let the CT stay in the site with you. But they did it so quickly and got 2 kills in doing it. Oftentimes you go for a 5 versus 5 post plant when that happens.
Another force buy for Astralis here. You can see KRB just in the pistol. Zipex on that scout once again for Kerrigan. The pivotal factor here. He's got the glass cannon orb. They need to start having some rounds working in their favor. And this time he gets the first pick. Device aggressive towards short. Nails the shot as well. That's enough. They can fall back at this point. They have the 2-man advantage, but not out of the woods just yet, because Captain Mo and attacker still alive with the AWP in hand. Still time available as well as we hit the 1-minute mark.
So this time, finally, an opening pick for Kerrigan on the AWP, as you mentioned, and then mid-control lost his device, gets aggressive. They can slow things down, Astralis. It just seems like constant waves hitting them of aggression from TyLoo. Finally, catch their breaths, but it is a 2-man advantage. We've got a Deagle and a Scout involved in those two men, so they've got to play off each other still in a convincing fashion because now they've lost Kierby. Good play from Kerrigan, good up close attack, but it's Attacker that pulls him back. Device hits the shot on Mo. It's just Attacker. 12 HP. This round's going to go the way of Astralis, the first in a while. Reset is a potential factor in this. 8-5, still in favor of TyLoo.
Yeah, definite reset potential. You can see somebody with 15k, but there it is. Kerrigan this time with the AWP, not an auto sniper. He lands the first shot, and Device, he has to keep working for the kills. He knows they need more than that to guarantee the round. He finds the shot towards the top of middle, and at that point, it's just a matter of time before they clinch it. But 8-5 still, and you're absolutely right. The reset potential is definitely there. 2 players down to 0. Kerrigan just with 650, Dupree with 9. So if they lose this round, they go into number 15 with pretty much nothing. Some FAMASes, some shotguns maybe, but this is a big one for TyLoo. No warps in the hands of them. They've got a healthy buy, of course. Lots of money available. Smokes, Molotovs, 5 AKs, and the flashbangs. Not setting up for the set piece just yet. It's more of a slow default. We have seen that mid-aggression from Astralis coming before, so they're setting up and seeing if that is a possibility at the start of the round.
Dupree.
Oh.
They want to take this back. Remember when this all started, when Astralis had the lead? It was an aggressive pistol strat that started it, aggressive play to try and say, all right, TyLoo, you want to play clever, you want to play fast? We're going to go twice as fast back at you, but it costs him this time, so Dupree can't find the opening. He's got very little information off that as well. He only spots one person just anchoring the position.
Just holding that A ramp would have been more beneficial for him. He has no idea what's waiting around the corner. No one else on the terrorist side has shown themselves. They're obviously in a passive hold, and he gives himself away. And still in a tight situation here. It's going to be Zipex and that scout towards B, and still a lot of time for TyLoo to play with.
And sometimes, to clarify, we rag on Dupree a little bit for that. Sometimes that's a call from either Kerrigan or Zonic in that case saying, hey, listen, the setup is this. We need you to find information for us. So yeah, either way, whatever the call was, whoever made it,
you just need something to work with there, right? You need them to be showing presence just to know you're safe. But the smoke's coming once again towards the A side, but it's connected where the majority of the players are coming in from.
Missed smoke this time, though. They don't have one toward jungle, so there is a slight gap to work with. However, the slight gap by design, perhaps, because they come up connector exactly where that smoke is. They haven't checked this, though. Kierby sprays down 3! Oh, and he nearly turns it back, and Mo, he'll shut him down, but they've made this doable for Zipex on the scout. It's Captain Mo, he's lowered away from this, but Deagle out. Molotov to try and flush him. He's got him with a Deagle. It's down to the 1v1. DD's inside this positioning connector, and TyLoo will pull it back, but man, oh man, that was desperately close. It's a reset for Astralis. The smoke was by design. They came up connector. They left it at jungle, and then they pushed that position rather than just having the coverage, the conceal. But you're right, Kierby goes entirely undetected.
What a play that was. Had they have won that round, they can thank him entirely, but you can see how it's going down. He leaves the bomber to be left to his devices, takes down the players. There could be a risk factor here, but it comes into Captain Mo. He almost secures around there. Zipex does what he can with the Deagle and Scout combo, but it's not enough. Still money available here. It's a double orb set up at TyLoo. Astralis, of course, number 15, have to force into this. 4 pistols. Zipex with the only weapon, a UMP. And this has been a horrible, rough half for Astralis here. They actually won the pistol, lost the second round, and there's DD throwing away the orb because it shows you how much money they've got available here. He has an AK waiting for him in spawn. I assume he had a decent spawn at the start, was going for that mid pick. They've done damage towards Kerrigan as well, so at this point, he's just feeding out the map and seeing